Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm April May Walston and today I'm going to show you how I painted this adorable rock. So stay tuned. So I originally sketched out my design for this rock in just a pencil, but I'm going to go over it with the General's charcoal white charcoal pencils just so you can see the design. But it's a cupcake with a love, like, I don't know if that's like a lollipop or I don't know, a little love sign on it, I guess. Maybe it's a little plastic love sign. And this mold is from the Dotting Company on Etsy. And I love this mold. They're like I use cement to make my molds. You can use other materials like gypsum and it's what they make casts out of. I can't think of what it's called. Plaster. There we go. Or plaster of Paris. You could use any of those kind of things for your mold. But I like the cement because it weights the rock down, makes it heavy, and it works well as a paperweight. And I'm sorry, my parrot is making noise in the background again. This is a temporary situation, but for now I have to deal with it. So I'm going over the word love in white because I want it to be red and I want the red to be bright. So I need to paint the background white so that the red will stand out. And just in case you can hear her and you're wondering what she's saying, she makes a lot of beeping noises like the microwave and I don't know, just random noises, but she does talk. But she does not know any cuss words, so if you think she's cussing in the background, I promise you she is not. She says the word cat, and the way she says it, it sounds sometimes like she's cussing. And then I had a dog named Tucker, and she can't say the T very well, and so it sounds more like an F. So sometimes when she says his name, which he's been gone for several years, but she still calls him. And once a bird learns a word, they don't usually forget it. So, and they live for 30 to 50 years, so you don't want to teach them anything that you would not want them repeating for the next 30 years. So she doesn't know any cuss words, I promise. If she sounds like she's cussing, she's not. So back to the rock here. If you noticed, I didn't paint the cherries white before I painted them red, and that's because I wanted them to be a little darker, and I was okay with them, not being as bright. So the icing is going to be stripes of white and pink, and so I left the pink areas black. It just means I'm going to have to layer more paint on it to get the true color when you don't add white to the background. So now I'm taking burnt sienna, and that's going to be the cupcake part, the cake part of the cupcake. And I mix it with a little bit of white, and that makes a really good kind of cake color. And then the paper wrapper is actually purple. My purples always look blue on the screen, but it is actually purple. And for this part, this section, I double loaded my paintbrush, meaning I went into purple first, and then I took my left edge and ran it, the left edge of the paintbrush, and ran it against the white paint. So I picked up just a bead of white, so when I lay down my paint, the left side is always going to have this bead of white on it. And that creates the highlight on the ribs of the paper. Just a really quick, easy way to highlight that paper, you know, kind of quickly. So now I've taken some more of my purple and I'm using that to create the shadows on my pink part of the icing. For the white, I'm going to use a gray color, but for the pink, I used a purple. I'm just going over my white a couple of times to get it bright. And now I'm going to create my shadow color for the white, like I said, and it's going to be a very light colored gray. And all of my supplies are listed below in the description with links to Amazon. So these Holotap detailed brushes that I use in almost all of my videos are linked below. I love those paint brushes. And then all of my colors are also linked below. So now I'm taking a light lavender color, and that's going to be the highlight on the part of the paper wrapper that's folded over, and then shadowing underneath it with kind of a darker purple. It's been mixed with black. And I'm just taking black and shadowing underneath the icing. And I'm working on the highlight of the cherry and then the little divot around the stem. I had to make sure to paint that in. And then I'm going to shadow around each letter. And then I am going to trap my design all in black. But I wanted to make sure to get the shadows in first so that the letters look like they have some dimension to them. And I wanted them to kind of look like they were rounded, like they were fat, round letters. And I've got a cat that wants to stand on my desk while I record. Between the cat and the bird, it's amazing I get anything done. And I'm painting in the stems, making sure that the little stems have a little bit of a highlight and shadow on them as well. And adding the highlight to the cake area. Oh, we can't forget to add the little shine to the letters. So now I'm going to trap the design in with black. And again, I'm using the Liquitex black. And that's an airbrush paint, but it's very thin, but it's very opaque. So it's great for, it flows real well. You can get a really smooth line. I love it for outlining or trapping a design. See, right there, it sounds like she's saying "you little," in a cuss word, but she's actually saying "you little cat." Because my husband says that to our cat, "you little cat, you little cat." But unfortunately, it doesn't sound like that's what Harley is saying. So as we finish up the details on this rock, I just want to thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.